One love, deep divers. That's all we need right now. One love. One love to you. And you, and you, and you, and you. Shout out to all the deep divers who are saying no to protect their energy. Shout out to all the deep divers who aren't allowing fear to control them today. Shout out to all the deep divers who are getting their butt into nature to meet the cat down the road and I. Shout out to all the deep divers who are living their best life. Shout out to all the deep divers who are like, screw this, I'm going to Thailand. Wait a minute. Screw this, I'm going to see Ralph Smart. Wait a minute. Screw this, I'm going to do what I love to do, be in the heart of nature, do a little samba, baby. I don't want to be in lockdown. I don't want to be trapped in a cage. I want to be free, deep divers. Breathe with me. One more time. One more time. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I hope your day is going good. Deep divers, it's about to get crazy. Warning. Wait a minute, Ralph. It's already crazy on the planet. We got a whole lot to talk about. In the words of Ralph Smart, how can you expect the same people that enslaved you from birth to give you the keys to your freedom? Slow motion this side. In the words of Ralph Smart, we live in a world so fake, the truth actually scares people. In the words of Ralph Smart, we live in a world so fake, Barbie just might be real. Oh yes, deep divers. In the words of Aldous Huxley, who wrote The Brave New World, most men and women will grow up to love their servitude and will never dream of revolution. So much is happening right now on the planet, deep divers, and I had to bring you this download, this update. It's getting crazy. Why? Because what we are seeing is this gigantic split between 3D and 5D, between those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, who are free spirits, who stand up for their freedoms, and those who don't mind being enslaved, those who give you the fluoride stares like, yes, we are seeing it happen right now. And I want to remind you, even though it's about to get crazy, it's already crazy, you can learn how to become an alchemist. And reality is nothing more than your focus. Say it again, Ralph. I said reality is nothing more than your focus. And if enough people come together with the same intention, the same heart space, and focus on the world they want, we will create the whole new earth. And this is why we have to remind ourselves we can turn this whole thing around by just raising the frequency. We can turn this whole thing around by just raising the vibration. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. We are out here in the heart of nature, baby. Where else would I be, deep divers? We got beautiful birds here, butterflies. I'm in a good mood. I want to tell you this. It is okay to say no to protect your energy. The amount of times no has saved me, I can't even count them. And right now, in this critical time on the planet, saying no may just be your saving grace. In a world where everyone is saying yes, right? So check this out, deep divers. If you don't know, now you know. people are like, Ralph, gosh, where's the dislike button so I can dislike your videos? No. Deep divers always like my videos. Smash the like button, deep divers. Let's get this in the algorithms, right? But they removed, you can't even dislike a video of mine. Ha 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 ha. Because YouTube removed the dislike button. I was actually unaware of it. Then I'm like, wait a minute, where did the dislike button go? And I realized they removed it. And I said, okay, why did YouTube remove the dislike button after all these years? And it suddenly clicked to say, oh, I get it. You see, in this time of a global pandemic, the dislike button on YouTube, it is showing people that other people feel the same way as they do. It is showing people that this piece of content is unfavorable. This piece of content, people are not feeling it. The message is not good. The intention is not good. And when they have removed the dislike button, they are now saying, you have to agree with everything we say. It's really for the corporations. Because I remember watching news broadcasts about this whole global pandemic situation, and the dislike button was crazy. It was like 3,000 dislikes and 100 likes. So people were able to express their disgust for what's happening. And people actually found some relief in this. But you see, these same news stations, when they put out a news story like stay in lockdown for the rest of your life, you are now only able to like that. So when other people see this, they'll be like, hey, everybody is on board with it. No, right? So we have to remind ourselves the tricks the inorganic ones play in this matrix. In fact, even the co-founder of YouTube was against this, right? So I just want to remind you, deep divers, it's about to get crazy. But what we have is each other. And right now, more than ever, we've got to put aside our differences, come together, and remind ourselves of our true power. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Hey. Most men and most women will grow up to love their servitude and never dream of revolution. Aldous Huxley, The Brave New World. You see, everything that's happening right now on the planet is part of a great grand plan to desensitize human beings, disconnect human beings, and we are seeing it happen all around us. Sometimes you're walking, deep divers, and you're like, is anyone else out there that's real? Because a lot of people have been desensitized, disconnected. They have lost their ability to feel. And being human means being humane, having compassion for all life forms on the planet, having compassion for Mother Nature itself, being connected to Mother Nature, being connected to the elements, being connected to who you really are, which is a spiritual being having a human experience. When we look at the world right now, what do we see? We see uncertainty, chaos. We also see the human spirit under a huge attack. And this is why it's about to get crazy, warning, because the human spirit has been under attack for a long time. You see, everything we do is not the way we should be doing it. Most people die at 18 and don't get buried until 75. When you remind yourself, many of us We are born into a system that does not have our best interests at hand. Most people go to work. They use all of their time and energy there only to come home to have no time and energy for the life they're working for. What? Slow motion this side. And we are the only species that has to pay to live and eat. Yet we are supposed to be the most intelligent. Let's talk about algorithms. What are algorithms, right? These are sets of rules that softwares have to follow. And the inorganic ones use algorithms to control information, what the people see and what they don't see, to sway public opinion. And I told you how this YouTube algorithm works is that if you smash the like button, so smash the like button right now, we can get this message into the algorithm and remind people that it's my body, my truth, my freedom. We have seen a mass censorship happen over the last 2 years in particular. People have not been able, I have, because I'm an alchemist, deep divers. Many people have not been able to really express themselves without getting their videos deleted, their channels removed. I had a video deleted because I was saying, actually, we ain't having this. And for some reason, YouTube said, wait a minute, Ralph, this message is way too strong. We have to delete this message. But you see, 3 things that can never be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. And people right now are starting to remind themselves we have been lied to, not just during this global pandemic, but from the moment we were born. Even our whole educational system, the education we receive, is all about us saying the right answer, not the answer we feel, but we have to say the right answer and everyone else has to say the right answer. Otherwise, they fail. So you have to say what I tell you to say, what is the right answer. And this is actually a form of manipulation. The Manchurian Candidate. This is actually a form of mind control, MK Ultra, where you have millions of people, billions of people saying the same thing to pass the exam. When you have millions of people thinking the same way, that's a form of mind control. And humanity has been under a dream spell from its inception, from a long time ago. We've been cast under a spell, and it's time to wake up from the dream spell and reclaim your power. What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? Now. Say it with me, deep divers. What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? Now. One thing though, freedom is never given to you. It's taken with both hands, like, give me that, give me that, give me that. I want to remind you, this is a matrix, and the only way out is in. Everything that's happening on the planet has everything to do with the Great Conjunction, which is still happening. You remember December 2020? December 21st, the Great Conjunction, you could see it. It was so beautiful. Jupiter and Saturn conjunct. But this signified a changing of the gods, a movement into the age of Aquarius, the information age. And this is the time we are living in. We are at the birth of the age of Aquarius. This is the time where people are supposed to be waking up, finding out who they really are. It's not a coincidence that at this same time, there's a global pandemic to shut down the energy, to make sure human beings can't enjoy themselves. We've got to remind ourselves there is a force on this planet that does not want to see human beings ascend. And this force, I call them the inorganic ones. The Gnostics call them the Archons. And this force is not human, but they use human beings as batteries. In the Sumerian tablets, they call them the Anunnaki. They use human beings as slave workers, as a slave species to mine gold. This is still happening. When you remind yourself we are only seeing less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum, 0.035%, which is visible light. We cannot see X-ray. All of these other frequencies are outside of what we can see. So the prison the inorganic ones have kept much of humanity in is the prison of the five senses. There are those amongst us who are old souls like Ralph Smart and the cat down the road, returning, reincarnating to be here, guides, angel guides to help humanity. That's why I'm always protected. And those amongst us have the ability to move out of our five sense prison reality. We have our first eye, the Ajna chakra, they call it the third eye, it's actually the first eye, open. So we can see beyond our five sense reality. They call it the sixth sense. We can see beyond the illusion, the Maya. We've pierced the veil of illusion. We've gone behind the curtain like Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz. We've seen that this entire matrix was built on a house of cards, and the house of cards is collapsing. Slow motion this side. It's about to get crazy. It's already crazy. Warning. I want to tell you how the inorganic ones can control you. They use fear as their greatest weapon. In fact, fear is the only currency they have. Their greatest weapon is fear. Their greatest fear is that you wake up to your true power. And millions of people are. And this is why you are seeing new restrictions all around the world. Australia, Austria, Netherlands is happening where you are. Because people are slowly letting love guide them and not fear. And this is great news. Even though you don't see the good news on the news, I'm here to give you the good news. Yeah. You see, one thing you got to remind yourself of, deep divers, is that your entire news is controlled by an asset management firm called BlackRock. They own the entire media. Fox News, Disney, CNN. It's all owned by BlackRock. Go and research it. And these two asset management firms, BlackRock and Vanguard, and BlackRock actually own Vanguard, own the entire media. And this is why it's a monopoly. So everything you are seeing on the news is part of the agenda. It's to control how you think and what you feel, but it's never telling you that, wait a minute, millions of people all around the world are protesting, saying we ain't having it. They're not showing you that part. They're only showing you what they want you to see. So you can get on board, with a new world order. It's about to get crazy. For those people still trapped in the Matrix. You see, if you've watched The Matrix, the film The Matrix was not a film, it was a documentary. And Neo had to wake up to remind himself that he is the one. We are all the ones when we remind ourselves of our true power. But Neo had to face agents. And right now, the government is not your enemy. The media is not your enemy. It's people closest to you. Your mom, your stepdad, your dad, your brother, your sister, your friend, your best friend. These are potential agents in disguise. The amount of people who have been contacting me, Ralph, I'm getting pressure from my family to get this booster, to do this, to just plug into the New World Order and shut up and be quiet. So this is how the inorganic ones control humanity, by getting people closest to you to turn against you. And we are seeing this happen because of the 3D, 5D split. And I want to remind you, deep divers, that there are millions of people waking up, and you are not alone. The media want to paint a narrative that these COVIDiots, these people are all alone. But the truth of the matter is, there are millions just like you, because this is the time we all move into the age of Aquarius. But I want to remind you, people closest to you are potential agents in disguise. And it's not personal. It's just that so many people have become zombies. Fela Kuti had a song called Zombie. Tell a zombie to stop, it will stop. Tell a zombie to go, it will go. A zombie will do anything you tell it to do. Much of the planet, much of humanity have turned into zombies. They are under the influence. And right now, we have to remind ourselves we didn't come here to live like zombies. Most people are not living. They are merely existing. You gotta feel alive, baby. Zombies cannot feel alive. They're drinking the Kool-Aid, giving you the fluoride stares. And therefore, right now, with everything we are going through, we must hold onto our humanity. You are already a cyborg. Most people spend 5 hours a day just staring at a screen. This is all part of the zombie agenda to keep you disconnected from who you really are. The metaverse, they want you trapped in the metaverse, a virtual reality, so you never leave your house. Oh, I'm in Spain right now. I'm in Ethiopia right now. I'm in Brazil right now. No, you're not. You're still in your bedroom. This is real. Nature is real. That's why I'm in the heart of nature every single day doing a little samba, baby, because this is where I come alive. I reconnect back to Mother Nature. I can breathe in that good ass prana, baby. It's not a coincidence or accident that there are so many distractions right now more than ever. People are docile, weak, because they are distracted every single second. TikTok, the gram. They call it the gram because it's a drug. But you don't hear me though. And this is why we have to remind ourselves this is all part of the trap. Because when you're not looking here, something over here is happening. And this is how they control you, through the distractions, the sports, the entertainment, which is actually entrainment, the mind control manipulation, the gaslighting. And this is a form of manipulation. As a psychologist, you will see the media use, the government use. Hey, these conspiracy theorists. But once again, the term conspiracy theorist was created by the CIA to stop people talking about what was really going on. So remind yourself there's a spiritual warfare happening, but also remind yourself, like in every film, the hero always wins and is always triumphant over the villain. Slow motion this side. Right now we have to become the heroes of this story. We have to become the supermen, the superwomen, and we have to remind ourselves we have all the tools we need to manifest the reality we desire. 7-day vegan challenge. Make sure you are eating to live. I wake up every single day, what? Exactly, with a whole bunch of grapes in my mouth, full of resveratrols, good for my heart health. But you see, part of the agenda, which has been going on, I remember as a youngster, I'm like, where are the seeds in the grapes, Mom? She's like, they took them out, Ralph. I'm like, no. And that's why it's rare to find seeded grapes, because when they take the seeds out of the fruits, it's a hybrid. It's a GMO, genetically modified. And we have to remind ourselves when we are eating, we eat whole foods, not GMO foods. This is how we can reclaim our power. This is how we can become healthier. Take a look at this, deep divers. Separation is happening right before our eyes. A separation between men and women, between family members, between friends. It's all being done by design, because separation is the only way they can control you. And this is why what we have to do to counteract this is to remind ourselves unity is the secret. A unified people are a strong people. A unified people are unstoppable. We have to all come together like Voltron. And this is why the resistance is growing more and more as I'm speaking. The Great Awakening is unfolding. It's going mainstream because many people are starting to see the big picture. They're starting to see how the inorganic ones are trying to separate people, trying to put family members against each other, friends against each other, when in actuality, we have to come together. That's our only solution. We have to get out of this tacky carnival funhouse. I like that. This ridiculous cheap set B movie, and we have to free our minds. You see, they hope that you are unaware. They hope that you remain a zombie. They hope that you drink the Kool-Aid. They hope you don't think for yourself. They hope you follow what everyone else is doing and you neglect your intuition. I'm here to tell you, your intuition is actually your higher self. What? Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. Your intuition is actually your higher self. Trust your intuition every single day. It knows more than you can imagine. Trust your intuition every single day. It knows more than you can imagine. So I want to remind you, deep divers, we are living in great times of change. And right now, we have to free our minds. We got to free our minds. We got to free our hearts. We got to free our souls. We have to remind ourselves that in times where many people don't even know who they really are, knowing who you are is a superpower. Slow motion this side. There is a turning of the tide that is coming. It's already here. Millions of people are reclaiming back their power, reclaiming back their focus, their attention. And we are creating the new earth. Reality is nothing more than what you focus on. So I want to remind you, even if you feel it's crazy, we can make this the crazy that's fun, that's working in our favor. A free world where men and women coexist in harmony and teach our children the truth with love and not fear. So remind yourself, if you want a better world, you want to change the world, it must start with you. And then you must unite with fellow kindred spirits, hold an intention, have a meditation together, and focus on the world you wish to live in. And it will manifest. This is what they're afraid of. That's why they always want you distracted. And I told you, take time to come into nature. Take time alone so you can find your true power once again. And then just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Hey. Beautiful deep divers. I'm just... Breathe with me, deep divers. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to all of you deep divers who have been getting the wonderful good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you are a sexy ass model, woo, with a whole lot of heart who wants to model the clothing, well, go and buy some, okay? Add me on Instagram, deep divers, for more daily inspiration at Ralph Smart, at official Ralph Smart, and Facebook at Ralph Smart, at Infinite Waters, and Snapchat at it's that good ass prana, baby. Check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more powerful, life-changing information just like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the book. They tried to bury us, deep divers. They forgot we were seeds. They tried to lie to us, deep divers. They forgot we were the truth. Many people right now are starting to wake up from their 5 cents prison. They're starting to wake up and say, wait a minute, I don't want to drink the Kool-Aid anymore. I want to be free. And the more desire we have to be free, the more we will be living in the truth. Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. I said, the more desire we have to be free, the more we will be living in the truth. You want the truth, deep divers? You can't handle the truth. The cat down the road can. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. Peace. Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You. Breathe in the love. Exhale the fear. Smash that like button, deep divers. Let's get this through the algorithms. I'm alive, deep divers. Feel alive today. Don't exist. Start living. Start feeling alive. Start coming alive. Start stepping into your true power. I love all of you. Peace.